Labuan set to become Malaysia's first fishing town. Hello and good afternoon. I'm Mohana Priya. Welcome to News on 2. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi has announced an initial contribution of 500,000 ringgit to the Malaysian Youth Council Alumni Foundation, MBM. He said the contribution, which was set to be approved and launched in the near future, was to cover medical and welfare costs of former youth leaders and activists who are currently suffering from illnesses due to age-related or other factors.
Saya ingin memberikan jaminan bahawa saya akan mengarahkan Dato' Hamzah Zainuddin untuk meluluskan dengan segera yayasan ini. Oleh yang demikian, saya harapkan dana yang akan saya salurkan pada yayasan ini akan digunakan untuk membiayai sebahagian daripada kos perubatan dan juga menjaga kebajikan kepada keluarga pemimpin-pemimpin belia ini.
Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid said this during the MBM alumni event at the Putra World Trade Center in Kuala Lumpur yesterday. A total of 1,200 former youth leaders and activists nationwide attended the event. At the event, Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid also presented MBM alumni welfare handouts of 500 ringgit each to 16 alumni members in need. The Transport Ministry will build 11 beacons costing around 10 million ringgit along the streets of Melaka this year as a guide and safety to fishing boats and merchant vessels. Its Minister Datuk Seri Liao Tiong Lai said among the areas to be developed with beacons are Sungai Haji Durrani, Sungai Besar and Sungai Chua in Port Dickson, Negeri Sembilan, Sungai Tiang, Perak and Sungai Duyung in Melaka.
So ini adalah satu komitmen Jabatan Laut, Kementerian Pengangkutan untuk keselamatan nelayan-nelayan di sekitar kawasan pantai.
Speaking in a press conference after a ceremony to hand over the Kuala Sungai Sekinchan beacon in Pantai Redang, Sekinchan yesterday, Datuk Seri Liao said 6 beacons would be constructed as a guide to fishing boats entering and exiting fish catch landing jetties while enhancing the safety of the boats. 5 more beacons would be built specifically to improve the safety of shipping vessels. The National Space Agency Angkasa is undertaking a project to build a small satellite that can detect an aircraft that has crashed and disappeared in the ocean. The 3-kilogram satellite will be built at the cost of 3 to 4 million ringgit. According to the Director of the Space Operations and Development Division, Mazlan Ismail, the advent of such a satellite that would greatly help the aviation industry will undergo a 1-year trial period in 2019 before it is officially launched in 2020.
Kita ada radar di tanah, di bawah. Sekarang kita letak dekat base, dekat space. Jadi semua pesawat kapal terbang masa sekarang ni, dia ada satu sensor, satu alat di mana dia akan sentiasa transmit, dia akan sentiasa transmit dia punya kedudukan. Jadi dengan adanya space based aviation monitoring ni akan memudahkan kita apabila kapal terbang ni berada di lautan.
Commenting on the reports that the Chinese space station Tiangong had crashed onto the ground, Mazlan advised the public not to panic unnecessarily. He said Tiangong's size was small and will usually combust in the space station. Court mediation centres have successfully managed to reduce backlogged cases since it was first introduced in 2010. Chief Justice Tun Mat Raus Sharif said, on average, between 40 and 50% of cases brought to court mediation centres in 2017 had been successfully solved without going through a full trial.
Bank Dunia dalam laporan tahun 2011 telah memberi pujian atas program pengurangan kes-kes tunggak dan mengesyorkan negara-negara yang menghadapi masalah yang sama datang ke Malaysia untuk menggunakan metodologi yang dipakai di Malaysia.
Speaking before the opening of the country's 5th Court Mediation Centre at the Ipoh High Court yesterday, Tun Mat Raus added that lawyers should advise their clients to choose the mediation process, adding that it was handled by trained judges and judicial officers for free. However, Tun Mat Raus warned that mediation should not be used as an excuse to postpone cases, stressing the need to honour trial dates. Police have detained rapper Namawi to help in the investigations into his video clip, which touched on the sensitivities of multiracial Malaysian society. Bukit Aman's Criminal Investigation Department Director, Datuk Sri Wan Ahmad Najmuddin Muhammad, confirmed the arrest and said Namawi, whose real name is Wee Ming Chi, 34, was detained at 2:45 p.m. yesterday. Datuk Sri Wan Ahmad said in a statement that Namawi was detained following 4 police reports made in connection with the video clip. Last week, he uploaded his latest video clip, this time with a theme of Chinese New Year, depicting several people wearing dog masks, which allegedly contained obscene dance moves near Bangunan Perdana Putra, which housed the Prime Minister's office in Putrajaya. Last Sunday, Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi Harun said police had opened an investigation paper on the video clip with the cooperation of the Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission, MCMC. The case is being investigated under Section 298A of the Penal Code and Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998. A former Rapid Penang Chief Operating Officer was fined 1.05 million ringgit and ordered to serve 14 days in jail by the Kuantan Sessions Court after he pleaded guilty to 3 counts of accepting bribe totaling 210,000 ringgit between 2014 and 2016. Judge Dazuki Ali meted the sentence to Muhammad Shukri Abdul Rahman, 55, after he pleaded guilty to all charges. Muhammad Shukri was charged with accepting the bribe from Geonic MSC Sdn Bhd in 3 transactions as an inducement to assist the company to issue a letter of appointment for the develop, design, manufacture, supply, delivery, installations, testing, commissioning and warranty of bus simulator system for Prasarana's project, worth 8.4 million ringgit. In the first transaction, he accepted 100,000 ringgit, which was deposited into his friend's account at Hong Leong Bank branch in Besarah, Kuantan on March 12, 2014, while in the second transaction, he received 40,000 ringgit, which was deposited into his wife's CIMB bank account at the Pekan branch CIMB Bank on June 20, 2016. The man also accepted 70,000 ringgit from the same company, which was deposited into a Maybank account of one of his staff at the Penang Times Square Maybank branch in Georgetown, Pulau Pinang on April 20, 2015. Langkawi Taxis advised to form partnerships with e-hailing companies. Stay with us. Welcome back. The coastal town of Kiam Sam in Labuan is set for bigger times with an allocation of 40 million ringgit from the Ministry of Agriculture and Agro-Based Industry to develop it into the country's first fishing town within 2 years. Its Minister, Datuk Sri Ahmad Shabiri Cheek, said the allocation included 15 million ringgit for the resettlement of fishermen and another 3 million ringgit to build an electrical substation at the current Malaysian Fisheries Development Authority or LKIM complex in Kiam Sam. Speaking at the launch of the Fishing Town Blueprint and a Meet the People session at the LKIM complex, Datuk Sri Ahmad Shabiri said the construction work on the second phase of the project, costing 20 million ringgit, was expected to begin in the second quarter of this year.
Ini adalah merupakan satu daripada kemudahan yang membantu ke arah mengukuhkan lagi Labuan bukan sekadar sebuah pulau yang bergantung pada industri minyak dan gas, tetapi ada bidang-bidang lain termasuk perikanan dan pelancongan.
The minister also said that the development of the area is expected to have an economic impact on the 3,000-odd residents and 500 traders and entrepreneurs in Labuan. Maybank expects its debit card transactions to increase to 100 million this year, with over 17 billion ringgit worth of transactions, 57% higher than the previous year. According to Maybank's head of cards, Group Community Financial Services, B. Ravindran, in 2017, the group saw a significant increase in the number of debit card transactions, with more than 65 million transactions worth over 11 billion ringgit.
Now people are spending approximately for us, it's about 11 billion last year. Yeah? Many years ago it was like 1 billion. Yeah? So it has grown over the years at 22%, and we're expecting it to grow this year by 57%, because with a lot of incentives and programs that we're having like this, a lot of people would like to take up their debit card, and then spend.
Ravindran said the Maybank debit card has evolved into 8 product variants with over 9 million active debit card holders. 62% of Maybank debit billings came from the young professional segment, aged between 21 and 40 years. Maybank is the leader in the debit card business with a 37.4% market share in debit card billings. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Sri Nancy Shukri, has advised taxi operator associations in Langkawi and e-hailing companies like Uber and GrabCar to discuss the possibility of creating a partnership that can benefit both parties. She said she had already asked the e-hailing operators to include taxi operators on their platforms. In the meantime, Datuk Sri Nancy said the Land Public Transport Commission, SPAD, was in the process of giving out grants of 5,000 ringgit to any taxi driver who wished to migrate to the e-hailing service.
Kita memahami kekangan yang ada di Langkawi ini. Sebab itu saya sendiri memanggil Uber dan Grab, untuk membawa mereka supaya mereka membawa pemandu taksi yang ada di Langkawi ini untuk bersama dengan platform mereka untuk menjadi diorang kata partner driver, partner driver bahasa diorang lah. Tetapi kita serahkan kepada pemandu taksi sendiri untuk berbincang. Persatuan itu berbincang dengan mereka sama ada bersetuju ke tidak. She told this to reporters after holding a closed-door meeting with members of the Langkawi Branch Taxi Association of Malaysia and the Langkawi Taxi Owners Association in Langkawi, Kedah. The institution of Waqaf needs to develop its own formal governance framework in order to strengthen governance within Waqaf infrastructure and develop a broader strategy to revive the use of Waqaf as a platform for Islamic social finance. Sultan of Perak, Sultan Nazrin Muizuddin Shah, said the framework might include clear specification of the roles and responsibilities of the Waqaf trustee and authority, as well as a code of conduct outlining the need for the trustees to act in good faith in the best interests of the donors and beneficiaries. Sultan Nazrin said while improving Waqaf governance is essential, other mechanisms also exist which could help to restore Waqaf to its former prominence. For instance, the recent call for the revival of idle immovable Waqaf assets through the adoption of new innovative contracts of Islamic finance.
We must also, of course, consider the ways in which the Waqaf system can work alongside and complement other instruments of Islamic finance. For instance, Islamic financial institutions, potentially with the support of government, could be more active and creative in developing Waqaf assets through the issuance of sukuk to increase participation from the public.
He said this in his royal address titled Waqaf, Gaining the Trust for Social Economic Sustainability at the Higher Education Forum 2018, Waqaf Revival in Kuala Lumpur. Over 10,000 jobs will be on offer at the Johor Bahru leg of the job fair at UTC from April 3rd to 4th. The two-day carnival will also host 120 employers and is expected to draw in over 2,000 visitors. According to the senior manager of the Johor Human Capital Unit, Muhammad Sharul Shahid Muhammad Saleh, job seekers are urged to prepare themselves and show more enthusiasm when attending the various interviews to be conducted during the carnival.
Sekarang kita lihat di negeri Johor ni terlalu pesat dengan pembangunan. So this aspek perlu ditekankan untuk setiap IPTA, IPTS, ILKA, ILKS agar semua pelajar dapat didedahkan dengan keperluan industri, dengan kekosongan jawatan, dengan peluang yang ada.
Mohammad Sharul was speaking during the launch of the Jobs Malaysia Point student. This afternoon's edition of News on 2. In our top story today, Transport Ministry to build 11 beacons along Malacca Straits for the safety of boats and vessels. Join us again at 7 tonight for more updates. Till then, I'm Mohana Priya. Thanks for watching.